Ó ti di woro sí woro o. Ẹ gbọ́ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin Segun Johnson olórin àti Els girlfriend ẹ̀. Ẹ wò ó, èmi kọ́ ni máa bẹ fún yín, fúnra yín lẹ máa wo fídíò yìí. Àmọ́ ṣá, bẹ ṣe ń wò ó, ẹ máa bá mi like, ẹ máa bá mi share, kẹ máa comment. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ tí subscribe, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi tẹ subscribe button kí n tún lè máa mú more news wá fún yín. Ọwọ́ tẹ fi ń subscribe, tẹ fi ń like, tẹ fi ń share, tẹ fi ń comment, ẹ ní fi gbọ́mọ sí, ẹ ní fi gba lẹ́tà ìbànújẹ́ o.
Gbọ́ a ti gbọ́, ẹ má wọrí, a yanjú ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn gbogbo ẹ̀. Ṣé ẹ̀yin náà ń fi wá ṣe ẹ̀yin náà rẹ́rìn àti rí pé Fọláṣadé, mo ti calm down. I'm calming down. I am actually calming down. But you know one thing about those people, they are not nice. I'm telling you. Okay, ẹ má bínú. Okay, ṣé ti bí ẹ má bínú. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ṣé mo lè ṣe show tí mo wá ṣe? Ẹ jẹ́ ẹ̀dẹ̀bẹ̀ wọn kọ́kọ́ jẹ́ kí n ṣe show. Ẹ ṣe jàre gbé ní òkìrì à. Àwọn èèyàn burúkú ni. Ẹ ṣe tẹ give me ẹ̀yin tẹ gift mi, ẹ ṣe jàre. Ojú yín ló máa ṣe. Ó yẹ gift mi ẹ power tap ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀yin tèmi ẹ bá mi gift. Èèyàn burúkú làwọn tó wà níbí ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ẹ ṣe jàre Àjọkẹ́ mi. Ẹ ṣe àtúntò tí jì ní. Mo kàn mọ̀ nǹkan kan ni pé ọ̀rọ̀ ọkọ pẹ́ láyà ayé ẹ má dá sí i kó tó ṣù mẹ́fà á parí o. Thank you so much Doubt. Thank you so much Vicky G. Love you. Ẹ ṣe mo kàn mọ̀ nǹkan kan ni pé kò yé yín Àyìndé ò tí ì jáde sọ fún yín pé òun ò níyàwó mọ́. Ẹ̀yin ẹ gbàgbé ẹ fi gbogbo ẹ̀ sọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ọba. Ó ti yé yín. Ìtìjú ni òṣèlè kẹ́kẹ́ bọ́ta ìtìjú ni. Okay, ṣé a lè máa ṣe show lọ? Ẹ ṣe ẹ má fún mi gift mọ́ ẹ ṣe ẹ káàbọ̀. Àwọn alábòsí ó dà pé àwọn àti dáàtì òkè ìṣàlábòsí ó dà pé èèyàn dáadáa làwọn èèyàn dáadáa ní ẹ lè gift mi. Ṣé àwọn tó wà níbí báyìí I've never seen ibi tí èèyàn ti ń dìtẹ̀ tí èèyàn máa dìtẹ̀ orí ọba orí oyè lọ́la Àwùjalẹ̀ ó kù díẹ̀.
Tẹ́ bá wọlé ọba inú living room yìí lẹ wọ̀.
Adékè Benson ẹni kò ṣe irú eléyìí ẹ ti rí ọkọ àti ìyàwó tó ti bímọ fúnra wọn tọkọ obìnrin ẹ ti lọ bímọ síbòmíì tó lè tún padà wá tó tún bímọ fún ọkọ ìyẹn.
Tẹ́ bá wọlé ọba inú ẹ̀wọ̀n lẹ wọ̀.
Kí ló lè tó yìí.
Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí pọ̀ àtàjọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí nílò ẹ̀wọ̀n tó lè ń jẹ́ ilé ìpọ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí o ẹni náà bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ yìí o wá ní sẹ́yìn ìgbòmórí pé àlùwé. Bàbá yá ti máa bá ń kájí fún lójú mi tó bá jẹ́ kí o. Wọ́n ní nǹkan tẹ́ mọ́ jẹ́ la padà lò fún yín gbogbo orin tẹ́ mọ́ fún ó padà bá yín wí. Ẹ bá ń gbọ́ tí wọ́n ti bá wọn ó ti bá wọn nìyẹn.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Okay, mo gbà fún gbogbo yín. Ẹ ṣé. Ọlọ́run á bá wa yanjú ẹ ṣé ti gbọ́. Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tàbí Àjíkẹ́ ṣé gbọ́. Ẹ má bínú. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Mo regret pé mo lọ kí baby yẹn. Honestly, mo regret it. No. Ajeni, she's a witchcraft. She's a witchcraft. Now, thank you so much, everybody. Let's go on with the show. Like I said, tẹ́ bá wo bọ̀bọ́ yẹn pẹ̀lú story tí lady yìí sọ, ẹ kọ́kọ́ wò pé àgbàlagbà ni. But she said they've been dating for 13 years. And like so many of our children here, mo kàn fẹ́ kí a fi kọ́gbọ́n ká dẹ̀ fi bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. Nǹkan tá bá lè pick me by. You can see, I think she's from, the UK, that she's based in UK. I don't know if she's a British or, but definitely with the way she's described everything, she must be a British. And she said, I want to pada, I want pada. My own judgment on this, I will tell you, but I just want to briefly tell you what she has said. I want pada. Last year, look, I want you to come back. You understand? Because that she just got a new job. Even last year, December, she was still in Nigeria to upskill job because of that ó lóun máa ń ṣe ohun ó lóun tún wá ṣe àwọn iṣẹ́ kan ní Nigeria that it was even the same guy that paid before he became who he is today. Ó ní so kó tó di ẹni kankan rárá ni now òun wá ríṣẹ́.
Ó ṣí ṣọ́ọ̀bù irun fún Nàìjíríà.
Ó sì ṣe okay ẹ̀yin máa bá a sọ dáadáa ó ti yé mi. So now ó wá padà sí òun she got a new job according to her and she was supposed to start but this guy told her to leave everything and come back to Nigeria. Wípé come back and let's start a life here. Of course no man tó bá wà successful bẹ́yẹn ló máa jókòó sílùú òyìnbó ó ti yé yín. So come back, I'm good to go to get married. Let's come back. What I don't know is if there was any promise of marriage. But according to her, only mi ò kéré sí mọ́ máa bọ̀ nílé. Meaning that I want to settle down. But pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ, kò tíì sọ fún wa pé there was any time to sọ fún un pé I want to marry you. Now let's go on. Now òun wá dé so ibi tóun ti wá dé òun rí pé ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń obìnrin kan òun rí kinní kan nílé tẹ́ pé òun ló yẹ kóun rà fún láti UK. Who bought this for you? And you know, suspecting your man. And then she got to see his phone. She opened the phone and found out that, you know, there's a lady he just met last year from the UK too. Now it was that girl that bought it for him. And she accused him, like confronted him through their conversation. The way she saw, what I told you, big back to 30 Nigeria gone. Because, okay, Ajoke, she's in her early 30s, while Johnson is in his late 30s, okay. So, wọn jọ gbé náà, wọn jọ gbé because ó sọ pé níbi tó wà, òun text, àwọn jọ ń ṣe anyway, message. Ó dẹ̀ show message níbi tó sọ fún bàbá yẹn pé, well, you're dating, please, my lo condom and all that. And the guy was like, thank God you got to know now. Good riddance to bad rubbish. That's what it means because immediately he told her, there's something I really want to talk to you about. You know, I've been longing to tell you that, please, let's end this relationship. That's just the simple ABC of it. You pay, look, well, Otimo sing. I've been wanting to let you know, let's end this relationship. And she was like, how can we just end a relationship like this? Before you know what was going on, he actually sent all her belongings that were there back to her in her house. Let me share you a small story. Don't let daddy hear. The mass of me John to your law. On Simbi. There was a guy I was dating that time. And men, we will learn. I was dating that guy, and right from the onset, I knew that he didn't really like me like that. I knew, but Shemokoto, a big boy. My father worked with Chevron before his demise. So we were living in Chevron Estate, Satellite Town. And this guy was working in Chevron as a younger guy. And we got to meet ourselves during one of those Christmas parties. And I met this charming young accountant working in where my father was working. And I was so much in love with him. And we started dating. He asked me out and we started dating. When I started going to his house, I was in Lagos Polyas at that time, Lagos State Polytechnic. When I started going to his house, I could see that his mom didn't really like me. Like, anytime I come there, you know, I didn't get to know why that woman was doing that. But she didn't like me. And aside from that, it was like I was the one that really liked that guy. He was living with his mom in Surulere. So it was there and then I told him, I said, because of his mom's attitude towards me, I said, why don't you go and rent a house? Because I know he's a big boy. He was a big boy. Oti Chevron now, you know. Chevron. But yeah, I'm gonna be about 2 years. So I now advised him. Thank you so much, gifters. I now advised him. I said, why don't you get a place? I was my own selfish kid. At least I'll be going to his place and all that. And he bought the idea from me and said, but I had a friend that was living in Festac Festac Town. Thank you for the lipstick. I love you. Orúkọ yìí là kúkú gbọ́ Gangan Shangandin. I'm sure this person is Awo Alata. Òun ló máa ń lo orúkọ oríṣiríṣi Gangan Dangadadin. So thank you for the gift. So now this guy. So he said. So I had a friend that was living in Festac Town. She was living in a flat, 2-bedroom flat, with just her sister, and she wanted to leave that place. It was her boyfriend, a man friend that had that house. Our big girls, some our big guys, so she was living in that apartment. But boy, if you see me, since to fake will be by my boyfriend, yeah, okay, yeah, kinti ba ti debe, yeah, ma ko boju sókè bí àgé kan báyìí ni mo kon hate mama yẹn because who hates me. At least she managed, if we can rent this place, from your sugar daddy, at least. And she obliged and told the guy, and the man was like, fair young guy in his house, okay, I first that time, bad boys, fair, and I said, we first wedding. But you could promise me new marriage. He never promised me marriage. In fact, I never asked him for any money, even though I needed money. But because I was the one that was more into him, do you understand? I wanted a guy from Chevron. I know what to work in Chevron, what it was like. And then, at least nobody share. He wasn't giving me money. I was in need, but I wasn't asking him because I wanted marriage. And so I told her, my friend, about it. And she took me to Babalaye's place. Babalaye worked in Apapa then. Festac to Apapa. I was living in Satellite. So this guy, I was begging him. The guy was saying, "I know me, fair young guy, let me." And I said, "I fetch a wedding me. So please, sir, we need the house." And that was it. The guy gave me that house on a platter of gold. No hassles. He said, "Okay, bring your boyfriend." My friend left that place and I brought my boyfriend there. Okay, princess. I left. I took my boyfriend. He didn't even go there, sorry, because he was always busy. So he gave me the money to pay for the house rent. 2 years house rent. Everything. I was the one that did everything. Like, when we got the place, one fellow painted, everything. The guy was like, Bashin paints. He had a friend then, too close. That one was living around that place. When we were painting the place, I would be like, "No, I don't like this color. I'm not such a big girl. I don't like this color. No. Why don't you use kilikon?" I was trying to give it my own taste. The guy was like, who are you to I didn't get the gist at all. You understand? Then we were talking one day and I told him, I said, we pay me like color kiniko, and the guy told me, le ma wa sodo mi afi ti ma invite Shomosha. And I was like, lo koko je shocker fún mi pé tó bá invite mi nílé mi, like èmi ti sọ di ko sọ fún mi pé ó fẹ́ marry mi o. Ó kàn gbàgbà kò sọ fún mi pé ó fẹ́ marry mi o. But èmi ti ní mind pé bá ṣe ti close yẹn marriage ló kù. Ó kọ́kọ́ fún mi níyẹn both like pé lè kò ṣe pé kò máa wá o, like, and I'm like, okay. Mo kọ́kọ́ jẹ́ yẹn sára, mo sọ fáwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi wọ́n ní àkómátà bóyá kàn fi ṣe kinní kan kékeré. Do you know that house? I never slept there for 1 day. Not 1 day. Níjọ́ tó máa pè mí sọ fún mi báyìí pé wọn ò ṣe mọ́. Ẹ̀mí mi fẹ́ bọ́. So now, sincerely, when I was reporting to everyone like Timon Suku, was there any marriage proposal? Has he ever asked you, as in, will you marry me ever come into this? Money, no. But he will take me to airport and be showing me airport. Travel. I can't go to the airport. Taba travel, taba lost in London, taba lost America, I be like mama ba. Teba Shere lost in London. Do you understand? It was already selling that to my mind, like we're going to spend the rest of our lives together. Are you getting me? But did he ask me out, babe? Can we get married? He never proposed to me once. He showed me all the red flags that he wasn't ready for marriage. Even in his mother's house that I used to go that time, tí n bá gbàgbé pátá ó máa pè ní gba pátá ẹ̀ ó ti gbàgbé pátá ẹ̀ lánàá. Tí n bá gbàgbé bóyá, you know we ladies, we used to do that thing. When you go today, you drop pata. Tomorrow, you drop bra. Next tomorrow, gown. Following day, jeans. So, you'll be putting all your load one by one. Ama jule, ama po. Kò ní jẹ́ kó pé mẹ́ta. Before he will remind you next time. He will remind me. Oh, wọ́n ti mú pátá àti bra ẹ̀ ní jẹta. Ọmọ kò ń kún ẹ. But I didn't see it as anything. Do you understand? But when he left me, it was like a blow to me. But when you look at it, did he promise me marriage? No. Some of us ladies, I might shame mistake, especially we from Nigeria. Now, when you look at this lady's story, they started together when they had nothing. That was baby love thing. That was what they had. Now, you traveled abroad, meaning that there had been ups and downs, like you said, for 13 years. The 13 years you're telling us is not a continuous relationship. It was never a continuous relationship. It was just like Jemmy Salo. I think they came back together when Segun became famous, according to her. Do you understand? And then, this is a guy that asked you to come back. I don't know what went. She didn't tell us that there was anybody in Segun's life. It was like she was the only one for that 13 years, which is no. Segun must have dated loads and loads of girls, and she herself must have dated loads and loads of men. Now, this guy now came back to you and said, okay, Label, love you, sis. Come back. I'm tired of being single. I want you to be with me. And then you went back to him, coming to Nigeria to stay with him. If truly this guy had something for you, you wouldn't go and stay somewhere, because the way it is, he picked you from the airport, gave you gift of gold or whatsoever, and took you to his house, and 2 days or 3 days. And then you went back home to wherever you were, because what she saw, excuse me, so definitely you were not staying together even while you were in Nigeria. Somebody that's asking you for marriage or whatsoever, he never asked you for marriage anyway, but he told you that he can't continue to be single for life. Like, so was there anything like, okay, and then you going back to his house, did you see anything, any traces of a woman's signature in that house? You know, there are ways that when you go to a man's house, was there anything like that? And then we don't know about that one. You were somewhere and you asked him about what you suspected as him cheating. Number one, you went into his phone. That is number one. Checking his phone as that young boy that he is. Pẹ̀lú bó ṣe jáde tó ti ń ṣe àwọn ọ̀dà a máa fi ṣìyá ẹni tó ń sọ ṣìyá tẹ́lẹ̀ ó ti lajú ṣìyá ló ń pè ṣìyá ló ń sọ anyway kó lè mọ̀ pé òun náà ti ń lajú díẹ̀díẹ̀ ó ti yẹ life ẹ̀ ti change from the person you used to know. You're checking his phone. Some of us will check men's phone. We just want to destroy ourselves. There is no point. I have not said don't do environmental once in a while, though, but please, going into their phones, you will cry like no man's business. So now, you went into his phone, you saw that he had another girlfriend. So obviously, he's been looking for a way to tell you that the relationship, he was tired of the relationship. And you made it happen. You simplified it for him. Grateful heart, I love you. You simplified it for him by telling him what you have seen. And immediately, a man that has called you to come back said, Mi ò ṣe mọ́. Because Otiri, well, you have seen it. Bye-bye. That's bye-bye. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Bye-bye to jatsi. And immediately, Otipe kò jẹ́ kó padà wá sínú ilé yẹn mọ́. Not to, okay, let's come, let's talk together. There was no fight, kò síjà, kò sí anything. He just told you to come and, he didn't tell you to come and pack your things. So at least that time, my own, they will pack the bra and pants for me when I come the following day. This one did not tell you to come and pack your pants and bra. He actually packed it himself and sent it through Uber. So nylon bag or what? I don't understand. That it was Uber. Now, looking at it, what kind of a relationship do you even have with this guy? For real? Because it seems that you were thinking like me, the myopic me, as at that time. And you weren't looking at other things about relationship. Because for you, you're giving us the impression that you dated for 13 years. Your dating might not even be up to 3 years. All together. Taba calculated. And then, what did you do that will make a man, it is not about just looking at his phone. What did you do to this guy that will tell you that he's no more doing? Did he catch you with another person and you don't want to tell us about it? Or men, some of them can be dangerous. You have done something 10 years ago, they will now use it against you. Was there anything like that? Because this story of yours sounds so sweet to believe. Sounds so sweet to believe. For a 13-year relationship to break up like that, or more, it doesn't add up. Emma Soroma, it doesn't add up like that. Except if there are more to it. And then you come into the social media that for us to learn about it. That's just it. Not that you're still grieving about it. It's a loss to you. But that's a big loss. 13 years relationship gone down the drain like that. That doesn't sound well. And then family member made no more with him. Do you have his family members' contact that you can contact them and find out why your man-to-be can leave you like that? Most of us will run to social media because we believe because Segun is more like dragging call for Segun rather than settlement. Because Wakoko Sheku Lebi to Lo Barara, no family member, no friends. Let's even talk about friends. You coming to social media, we will see, we will call Segun out, Otoni, and we are doing it already. Fumigreen, intention of marrying her, but can you tell us, because we don't know what really went, what really transpired. Anyway, we will see, and that is why we are calling Uncle Segun Johnson. No matter what, the relationship you're going back there 13 years straight, you've had a relationship with this girl. You actually asked her, according to her, to leave her job to Sherry to come. That means you had good intention. What happened? Why all of a sudden would they fisile? Udaluruni, no matter how you look at it, if truly a story is true, that's wickedness. Because a source of income in Nigeria, in UK, you have told her to leave it and come to Nigeria, thinking she's coming to start a life with you. And if it is because she caught you, she asked you of what you did, and so, if truly you love her, she's trying to protect what she has. That's her love. She's trying to protect her love from being snatched away. So she only asked you. She never fought you. She told you, must you leave her because of that? Unless if she's not telling us the truth. To me, the story is Bullshit. Now, Queen, can we have you, ma?
Yeah,
Ekale ma. No, Queen Lizzie, you call Queen Lafish today, she was you, Queen Lizzie. Ẹ̀rù Oh yeah, Queen Lafish the first one, ma. Queen Lizzie, please hold on, ma. Okay, ma.
My mind is going to how can ọmọ team make ara ẹ̀ nínú òyìnbó tó dẹ̀ máa ní kó fi gbogbo everything sílẹ̀ kó tẹ̀lé ẹ lọ Nàìjíríà tó má dẹ̀ ṣerú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn fún ìyẹn no matter the case may be ìyẹn wrong. Wọ́n bá mọ̀ pé ò fẹ́ fi sílẹ̀ kó máa ṣe tiẹ̀. Why tó mú kó á kúrò? Mo pray kọ́ ọmọ yẹn jẹ́ British àbí kó jẹ́ tó ní nǹkan tó fi wọlé jáde.
Tó máa fi padà.
Tó máa nǹkan tó fi wọlé jáde ó ti bá yí ẹ̀jẹ̀ náà. Ọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ lóhùn bí pé kí ló ń fẹ́ wá ṣe Nàìjíríà òun yìí ní nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe òun fẹ́ sèvò owó oní kó má wọrí kó wà wẹ́ẹ̀lù láti ṣe ó lè gbọ́mọ yẹn dé Nàìjíríà ó wá tún wá London bóyá wá kọrin ó ti rọmọ tó gbogbo fún ẹ tó ti sídì fún tó ti wọ ilẹ̀kẹ̀ sí ní ìdí ó wá lọ ó break up pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ that is out of bad thing it's not nice. Wọ́n tún máa blame gẹ̀yìn again.
Okay.
For 13 years tẹ́ ń fẹ́ra yín o kò fún ẹ ní engagement ring gidi kákó máa pè é lord of ring tàbí máa mọ̀ pé ẹ fẹ́ra. Tí àwọn pẹ́rẹ́ǹtì yín ò jí láti 13 years yẹn.
Thank you very
much.
much.
Anybody know àwọn pẹ́rẹ́ǹtì ẹ̀. Òun náà mọ̀ because it's like kókó jù ẹ́ lẹ́bi báàgì bean báàgì ni. Because tó bá jẹ́ pé arrangement wà láàrin family àti family ẹ̀ àwọn náà máa sọ̀rọ̀ kò nídìí kí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀. Bọ̀ bí o ṣe sọ yẹn bí ìgbà tó nàrà tó nẹ́yàn ni nìkan tó ṣe fún ọ yẹn. Kì í ṣe àti pé Ṣẹ́gun òròbìnrin rí àìmọye àwọn tó bá fẹ́ do torí àìpù tó ń ṣe. But at the same time ó kí ìfẹ́ lórí kó wá sí Nàìjíríà. Then again kò sí nǹkan tó ọmọ yẹn lè ṣe within that time kò lè rọ́kùnrin míì. Máa ẹ̀ ló kọ́ fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe yẹn kò dẹ̀ dá. Kẹ́ni ká fi máa rò pé tó bá jọ́ ọmọ wa lèèyàn fẹ́ ṣerú ẹ̀ fún kọ́ kò dáa. Kò dáa tó nǹkan tó ṣe fọ́mọ yẹn ó bad. Orúkọ ẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn ò dẹ̀ dárúkọ ẹ̀. Àwọn èèyàn ló táàgì ẹ̀ mọ́ ọmọ yẹn ò dárúkọ ẹ̀. Ọmọ yẹn kàn sọ bí láìpẹ́ òun ṣe lọ ní 13 years tó jẹ́ pé voice note náà fi gba gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ nǹkan tó sọ nìyẹn. Òun ṣe pé ọmọ yẹn wá wọ̀ lórí.
But gbogbo àwọn picture àwọn kan ló wá lọ kó picture òun náà ló máa kó picture fáwọn kan náà because the pictures.
Àwọn kan tó kó fún yẹn náà ló kó síbẹ̀. Wọ́n fẹ́ tajà.
Arena, I'm trying. We are trying to learn here.
Wọ́n kò tí mọ̀ láti ilẹ̀ ó yẹ kó together.
Wọ́n gbé
síta.
síta.
Wọ́n gbé gbogbo kìíní yẹn jáde náà. 13 years tá à ń sọ yìí ó kéré pọ̀ wáyé lò 10 years together. Yẹ́ di dandan. Oyún ṣíṣẹ́ òní ló ń kà gbogbo òní ló ń kà ibo kọ́ ọmọ yẹn kọ́ sí. Ó kọjá orí nẹ́ẹ̀tì la wà ní àwọn náà ṣerú ẹ̀ Nàìjíríà oyún ṣíṣẹ́ òní yẹ kọ́ lọ darí jí wá ní.
Okay, iná ò ṣe rí èmi ò ṣe ń rí o.
Ní o ẹ bá kó bá mi o àti Àjọkẹ́ ẹ bá ti di dáàdi yìí mú mi kò yẹ wọn ní sẹ́ẹ̀lì kó tí táyé ṣe tó gbé Kẹ́hìndé lè ṣe kó má gbé. Mo ní ọ̀rẹ́ kan nígbà tá a wà ní chọ́ọ̀chì tá a bá lọ chọ́ọ̀chì á ṣe yú tó 10 times kò ṣe pé wọ́n sọ fún mi mo bá sì í lọ ni. Ó dẹ̀ tún dé ní ọkọ̀ tútù ọmọ tó bí sílé 6.
Tọ́lọ̀ bá pè pé máa bí mu máa bí.
Ikọ̀ tí táyé ṣe tó gbé Kẹ́hìndé lè ṣe kó má gbé. Tó bá fẹ́ jọ̀bọ̀ yẹn tí kò lóbo ni. Kódà ó yẹ kó fún nǹkan tó ń ṣe ní second thought. It's not nice. Ẹ wò ẹ jẹ́ dúró bí báyìí náà.
Thank you so much, ma. Mr. Segun, wọ́n ní nǹkan tó ṣe ò dáa. All right, Aunty Jumi. Ẹ kálẹ́ ma, ṣe wà okay ma.
Wọ́n bù lánàá láti nígbà tí mi ti rí pé kóòtù mẹ́kìnní ti máa ń lọ. wọ́n á rí i pé mo já sọ́dọ̀ trending mo ṣáà pé kí n tiẹ̀ fi gbádùn life mi. So ibi tí wọ́n ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ mo wà ní FIK níbẹ̀. Ọ̀rẹ́ àwọn tó jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ bọ̀bọ́ yẹn tó jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ Ṣẹ́gun àti ọ̀rẹ́ lédè yẹn tó mọ̀ wọ́n tó mọ sórí ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀pẹ̀ ayé wọn wọ́n wá síbẹ̀ wọ́n gòkè. Wọ́n láwọn ti fún lédè yẹn pé wọ́n ní kò sí ọjọ́ tí wọ́n bá jà báyìí tó bá wà separated wọ́n ní Ṣẹ́gun ló máa ń padà wá kì í ṣe wọ́n yẹn ló máa ń wà. Wọ́n ní ó máa tún wá ní ó máa wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ní pé kó má wọrí òun ti serious nsìn òun ti ṣe kíní kí n sìn. Wọ́n ní to the extent pé ọmọ yẹn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ get a good job ọmọ yẹn ń ta irun ó ń ṣe irun wọ́n ló wà very industrious. Wọ́n ní ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ get a good job tó yẹ pé good offer tó yẹ pé ní London ní UK ni. Wọ́n ní to the extent pé o dẹ̀ promise ọmọ yẹn pé kó máa bọ̀ kò lè wá ní UK kí wọ́n wà ní Nàìjíríà and moreover kó wá dúró tó òun ti ọmọ yẹn ní okay ó lè ṣe get iṣẹ́ ó ní àkómáwọ̀ iṣẹ́ ṣé iṣẹ́ ẹ̀wọ̀n tó jẹun ni iṣẹ́ nǹkan tóun mẹ́gò tó jẹun lọmọ yẹn fi padà wá ó ní ọmọ yẹn wọ́n ní tẹ́ bá fi omi sí lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ bá wọ́n ní kò lè jẹ tán ní very quiet wọ́n ní very very quiet wọ́n ló ti quiet jù wọ́n ní gbogbo ìgbà tó máa ń jà tí ọmọ yẹn ti rí gbogbo mistakes tó bóyá ọ̀rọ̀ obìnrin àbí kankan wọ́n ní Ṣẹ́gun ló máa wá ń bẹ̀. bọ̀bọ̀ kan ló ọkùnrin kẹlẹ̀ mọ́ ọkùnrin ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ ó lóun sọ fún pé má gbà ó ní bọ̀ bíńdà pé wọ́n ti wà tí pé when the lady is 30 or 31 nígbà tí ọmọ yẹn ti pé so ọmọ yẹn kì í ṣe pé bóyá ọmọ yẹn ló ràn gẹ̀.
Pepe means wow but that's serious o ó mà ṣe kà nìyẹn.
wọ́n ní to the extent pé wọ́n ní but màmá ọlọ́run ni wọ́n ní mi ò ẹ̀jẹ̀ mi máa ń lọ Nàìjíríà mi ìfẹ́ wà lá wọ́n ní màmá Ṣẹ́gun láìkè.
Màmá Ṣẹ́gun láìkè èmo sọ fún yín ìgbà tí yẹn ìyá yẹn náà ló máa ń ranjú mọ́ mi ìyá tí máa ń lọ bá níbẹ̀ yẹn ní. I'm telling you.
Every time tó bá ti ń jà wọ́n ní Ṣẹ́gun ló máa ń bẹ ọmọ yẹn wọ́n ní bó ṣe sọ fún òun oníṣẹ́ wọn ní tẹ́ bá máa rí ní sí tí wọ́n lè tó 3 months látọ̀ padà wọ́n láwọn dẹ̀ sọ fún lédi yẹn pé ó ń waste time yẹn ni it's not adding up to her time ọmọ yẹn ò ṣe ọmọ kékeré nígbà tí yorùbá ní èjì 30 lé tí ó ti máa rí èyí ní máa wọlé àdúrà wọ́n lọ́mọ yẹn dẹ̀ quiet wọ́n ló dẹ̀ very very hard working lady wọ́n ṣe ọmọ ní wàhálà rárá wọ́n ní so Ṣẹ́gun ni ó wà kíní so nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ kan wò níbẹ̀ ni pé ṣẹ́rí èmi ti lẹ́yìn èmi máa ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn ọkùnrin sọ fún mi pé òun ṣe mọ èmi máa ń sọ fọkùnrin pé mi ò ṣe mọ Ọlọ́run.
wọ́n ti lé wa rí.
máa ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé mo nílò èmi máa ń lé wọn because máa ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé.
lọ́yà Ṣẹ́gun ni mí o mo dẹ̀ rí rìkọ́dù yín ẹ kọ̀ntínú.
ẹ bá ń gbé wọn lọ kóòtù ó ti gbádùn ti máa ń ṣe ẹ gbé wọn lọ kóòtù.
ẹ máa gbọ́ ṣé ọmọ nǹkan tí mo ṣe sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ọkùnrin ò sọ fíìmù pé mi ò ṣe èmi náà ti ní long relationship mi gbọ́dọ̀ sọ fún ibẹ̀ àti ó tó 10 years Ọlọ́run bọ̀ èmi fúnra mi mo fọwọ́ ara mi yọra mi kúrò níbẹ̀ nǹkan tí mo dẹ̀ gbà yẹn náà àìmọ̀ ni but máa ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé ọdún náà nígbà tí wọ́n lọ ẹ tí mo wá marry ó affect me but máa ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé tán bá ní nǹkan tí mi ò lè ever regret pé ẹnìkan mi ìfẹ́ mọ́ ni pé àwọn ọmọ tọ́lọ́run fún mi Ọlọ́run fún mi ní àwọn ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé ọmọ tí mo béèrè fún ṣé ti yẹ yín sọ ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yẹ yín but the that thing àwọn ẹ̀rín sì gbé àti Àjọkẹ́ àwọn ọmọ jẹ́ sí wọn ò pẹ́ o 6 months.
àwọn ò láìkè òṣì kí ló kàn wọ́n pẹ̀lú.
sọ mi máa ń sọ fún mi tí bá ní where is your girlfriend á ní tó bá ti kú 3 months ló máa tó introduce ẹ̀ sí mi ó dẹ̀ máa sọ fún mi pé àwọn fẹ́ ṣe ìyàwó 3 months nítorí òun ò fẹ́ kí n máa lọ ṣe pẹ́pẹ́ kí n máa rọ́bọ lọ́mọ ta kí n máa lọ ṣe pẹ́pẹ́ fúrú kankan àbí kí n máa lọ ṣe kinní kan bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn dọ́tà mi náà ìgbà tí dọ́tà mi fẹ́ ṣe wẹ́ẹ̀dì ọlọ́ àti Àjọkẹ́ within 6 months báyìí àti rẹ́ pépépé tó ti mọ́ ọ wálé ṣé àwọn ọmọ sí yóò kì í ṣe bí ìwà mọ sùúrù ti ọmọ yẹn nítorí àwọn ọmọ yẹn ò tó tún wájú ọmọ tó wà ń lo ìbò tó rà ọmọ lóyìnbó wọn ò rọyàn o orí wọn táwọn gbálẹ̀ gan wọn ò rọyàn pé kán go through kan gbogbo wọn náà sọ pé 30 years àwọn tí ẹ lè dúró 1 year but nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé tẹ bá rí bọ́mọ yẹn ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ you can see àkọ́ntì àti Àjọkẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọmọ yẹn dáadáa ẹ rí pé kò ṣọmọ tó
lápọn
ẹ rí pé kò ṣọmọ tó lápọn ó lè jọ ọmọ kan tó ń tọ́ láti ilé Christian nǹkan tó wọ pé ṣùgbọ́n ní Ṣẹ́gun náà wọ́n ní lùlù ní climate ẹ̀mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n ní climate máa ń lùlù ó tó dúró wájú náà. wọ́n ní lùlù máa ti lù club tẹ́lẹ̀ kó tó di pé wá di máa fi sí apá ẹ̀ ṣé ẹ mọ̀ bóyá bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ti náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbèsè ayé wọn something like that sí ẹni bá dẹ̀ lọ club yẹn á mọ̀ pé bàbá máa sọ fún wọn pé don't ever ọmọ ọdún àkíní kan ṣe mọ́ nú àwọn bíríṣì yẹn tó mọ yẹn wá fi wò pé kí lóun fẹ́ wá káàkiri bọ́ mi ò blame mi ò blame nǹkan tí mo kọ́ ní blame ẹ̀ ni pé
ẹni sùúrù one by one àní gbọ́.
ẹni sùúrù yẹn máa wọ̀ ní mo máa mí tì í sí nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ kan fi blame ọmọ yìí pé ó ti jẹ́ kó pẹ́ ìgbà tó ti ń wá lálàkọ̀kọ́ tó ti ń wá lẹ́lẹ́kejì tó ti ń wá lẹ́lẹ́kẹta tó wá ń bẹ̀ wọ́n lọ́mọ yẹn ò bẹ̀rí o tó bá parí ìjà tó bá jà wọ́n lòun ló máa lọ bẹ ọmọ yẹn. ọ̀rẹ́ ọkùnrin lẹ́yìn tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ọkùnrin tó mọ life tó ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ ó lóun tẹ̀ sọ fún pé sórí ẹ̀ ò pé ni. ó ní nísìnyí ó ti wá ní kó wá sí Nàìjíríà nǹkan tẹ́mi wá sọ pé òkè tí ó bá pọ̀ mọ́ ìwà níwèé nǹkan wà á kàn bá kárí ọmọ ọlọ́mọ jẹ́ torí kò ló ọmọ ẹni fúnra rẹ̀ ló sanwó vendor tó máa bá òun polówó bísínẹ́sì ohun tó ṣe everything. ó ló tún ó wá sọ pé òun ti pay òun off ẹgbóró ẹ̀rí.
èlò ló fún.
mi mọ wọn ló lóun pay ẹ off ni ọmọ yẹn sọ pé ọdún ìpè I paid you off wí owó tó fi bá ẹ tó fi kú bísínẹ́sì àìdí ìwé ìlú ṣe lọ́kọ́ tí.
40 million naira.
ṣọ́ọ̀bù tó ṣí 40 million bí tó gbọ́.
ọmọ yẹn náà ìyá kan ló gbọ́mọ ẹ̀ nà àwọn kan máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ pé ọmọ tó ẹ pé style ọmọ ẹ tó ẹ pé àsìkò ẹ gbogbo kan èmi ọmọ bá wọn kò ṣe máa ń rí o kó lọ ń ṣàánú wa kó dẹ̀ ṣàánú àwọn ọmọ wa obìnrin o kó dẹ̀ ṣàánú àwọn ọmọ ọkùnrin náà because tó bá lọ forí kó já peace wa èèyàn máa sáré àdúrà káàkiri ni kí lọmọ Yorùbá ṣe fún ó yẹ kó o ti sọ fún o tiẹ̀ ní láti sọ pé come to Nigeria and settle down in Nigeria wáyé tó jẹ́ ọmọ ọlọ́mọ dúró lóun rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ní iṣẹ́ gidi ó ní nǹkan tó wá ń dùn ní pé iṣẹ́ yẹn wò tiẹ̀ sọ fún òun òṣìmọ́ kúrò níṣẹ́ yẹn ẹgbẹ́ orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kó dáná ẹ jẹ́ kẹ́lú máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
ẹ ṣe mà Queen Liz.
ọ̀la òun lọ́kàn ó ẹgbẹ́ kìíní ìwà o.
ẹgbẹ́ fúnpinrin kan náà sọ̀rọ̀.
ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dé ní ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dé tó yá ẹ jókòó sẹ́yìn ẹ̀yin balógun lẹ́yìn obìnrin ẹ jókòó. ẹ jẹ́ kí sáré sọ díẹ̀ kí n bọ́ lẹ́sà ẹ má bínú bá mi. Ṣẹ̀rí èmi ò blame Ṣẹ́gun o.
Okay.
Ṣẹ́gun rárá.
Okay.
Mo kàn bẹ̀ ká fi àsìkò yìí pass message pé ẹ jẹ́ ká máa bọ́mọ owó obìnrin sọ̀rọ̀. Tabalábúrò obìnrin, tabalẹ́gbọ̀n obìnrin, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. Àwọn kan wà
àtìkú ẹ̀ ní ṣòfò ọmọ.
Àfàkókò ẹ̀ ní ṣòfò. At least nínú 13 years yẹn kò ní worst kíjẹ́ yẹn má lóyún lẹ́ẹ̀kan. And she has nothing to show for it pé ọmọ tí mo lóyún ẹ̀ fún lélẹ̀ ọmọ tá a jọ be together lélẹ̀. I understand. Ọmọ yóò dé tí wàá ń ṣọmọ tó lọ́lẹ̀ according to kọ́tà ṣe gbogbo ilé tá a bá sọ lálẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ náà ṣàforíjì fún wa pé because a sì ń bẹ̀rù wọ́n ní pé ní nǹkan tó sọ là ń gbọ́ Ṣẹ́gun rẹ̀ tí ì sọ ti tiẹ̀ o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa bá ọmọ wa sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa náà máa hide relationship wa. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan tó kó bá wo obìnrin tó kó bá ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní mi ìfẹ́ kan gbọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ relationship mi. Bóyá èmi ìgan bóyá tó bá ti sọ síta gan ó possible kan ti sọ fún ẹ pé wo Ọ̀yọ́ ló wà. Má lọ bẹ̀ kò sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ wo bó ṣe rọra kó ẹrù ẹ̀ sí ní Uber like and done.
In fact, that's why I said I don't understand the kind of relationship they had. So, ṣé kò lẹ́rù ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ara ni ju ẹrù nylon bag or what?
Just like that. 13 years ago, àti ọmọ Yorùbá ti wọ primary 5. Ọmọ yẹn máa ń primary 4. Kakọ̀ ní pé ká gé kéré. Wọ́n dẹ̀ bá lady yẹn dúpẹ́, mo bá dúpẹ́ because wọ́n sọ pé broken relationship is better than broken marriage. Ó tún ti fàkókò ẹ̀ ṣòfò. Ó rọra fi sílẹ̀ ní UK tó wà. Ní ìdẹ̀ blame ẹ̀, Ṣẹ́gun náà ti lọ UK. Wọ́n ti fọ̀dí fún yún ní UK. Ó ti jẹ̀gbin UK. Ó dẹ̀ ti fẹ́ máa wà òkè. Ìṣẹ́jú òun náà. Ó dẹ̀ kó lọ́bìnrin lọ́wọ́ àwọn dáàdì ẹ̀. Ọmọ wọn rè bí pé báwo lẹ ṣe ẹ fi débi tẹ́ dé. Because bó ṣe ń bọ̀ náà lélẹ̀, bó ṣe ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà lélẹ̀. À ń sọ ní sí wọn níjà sọ. Wọ́n máa ní tiwa pọ̀ wọ́n níjà sọ.
Ó tún ti bá yín dé.
Ìsì ọmọ máa dùn mọ́ wọn ni ọmọ máa wò pé kò sòrú àwọn. Ojú ẹ̀ náà kẹ̀lé paná kan tì kan kì í jẹ́ pé gbogbo ojú òun náà ríran dáadáa.
Ẹ ti fẹ́ bu tẹ́lẹ̀ ni.
Pé ìbá ti rọra fọmọ yẹn lẹ̀ ní UK. Bọ́tọ̀ ọmọ yẹn náà òun náà lè sọ pé òun rẹ̀ ní jẹ́ṣẹ́ òun. She wasted her time as well. You let that guy waste your time and you also waste your own time as well. tí ó fẹ́ sọ wípé wọn ò jẹ iṣẹ́ ẹ̀ nígbà tó wọn àti Ṣẹ́gun tó ti lọ bákan. Don't go back to your ex. Tẹ́ bá ti ń dàrú lálákọ̀ọ́kọ́, tẹ́ ti ń dàrú lẹ́lẹ́kejì, má jẹ́ ẹlẹ́kẹta má jẹ́ kó wáyé. This has to do pẹ̀lú ìwọ ọkùnrin àti obìnrin náà. Kò ní ṣe pé bóyá gender kan. Tó bá ti nípa tí ń bọ̀, ọkùnrin tí òkòkò tẹ̀ wá tó pé bí nítorí kó ti fún ẹ lóyún ló ṣe padà wá sí Nàìjíríà. Àbó ti propose. Ó wá wò pé the next thing báyìí, wedding là ń lọ ṣe. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ má jẹ́ kí àwọn obìnrin náà ká máa attach too much of our life or success to a man. Because she has a golden opportunity for her being that UK. Tó bá pẹ́ kò lè padà wá mọ́kọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa bọ́mọ wa ọkùnrin náà sọ̀rọ̀. Kó má lọ forí kó mí. Kó má jẹ́ pé bá ti ń lọlé àfàlà máa lọlé pásítọ̀. Àwọn ọmọ òpé kò kàn wá kó má padà kàn wá pa o. Ẹbí lọ́wọ́ àti Àjọkẹ́ lọ́jọ́ tèmi báyìí o. Mi fẹ́ sọ nǹkan tó pọ̀. Mi sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ lọ́jọ́ Sátọ̀dé. Ẹ ṣe gbogbo ilé.
Ẹ ṣe gọ̀mà, thank you.
Ẹ ṣe everybody. Ẹ kálẹ́ gbogbo ilé. Àǹtí Àjọkẹ́ mi.
Yes ma, ẹ kálẹ́ ma.
Ẹ kálẹ́ kújọ́ mẹ́ta.
Yes ma.
Pẹ́ tí mo ti gòkè last.
Bless you.
So nǹkan kan ló kọ́kọ́ call attention mi ló tó jẹ́ kí n gòkè. Mi ní sọ yẹn. Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ ni wípé àwọn obìnrin a máa ń love blindly. Many times nǹkan tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi náà a máa ń rí red flag but a máa choose láti ignore red flag o because we love that guy. Okay, kí ni reason tó ṣe love ẹ? Ó lè jẹ́ bóyá kí mọ́tò ẹ ló bọ́lẹ̀ tí ẹni yẹn sáré bẹ ẹmu ìjọ yẹn lẹ pàdé o nǹkan tó ṣe love ẹ nìyẹn ó ti rí bí kó máa wà caring. But any other red flag a máa choose láti ignore ẹ. Yeah, it happened to me as well. Títí tó ṣe late.
Máa ṣe wọ́n ti break heart yín rí.
Wọ́n break.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́, wọ́n break tèmi náà.
So nǹkan tó wá jẹ́ kí n gòkè wá gbogbo mo ti wà ní FIP tẹ́lẹ̀ tí mo ń wo yìí ẹ wá sọ pé ní bóyá ẹwà against pé bó ṣe wo fóònù boyfriend ẹ.
No, mo ní most of us a máa ṣe mistake yẹn èmi kò máa advice àwọn obìnrin ni just be careful because most of the time you want to.
àmọ́ wípé ní Ṣẹ́gun ò ní bèbí yẹn fẹ́ láti lẹ̀ pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí lady yẹn sọ kò ní bèbí yẹn fẹ́.
Ẹ̀rí àjíhun kò ní bèbí yẹn fẹ́ láti lẹ̀.
ẹ wá imagine tó bá yẹ pé bèbí yìí òwò fóònù Ṣẹ́gun ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ fún yín ọkùnrin lè níyàwó at any time these days now obìnrin wọn náà ti ń wọ menopause 40 years 35 something imagine tó bá jẹ́ pé lady yìí òwò fóònù boyfriend ẹ̀ wọ́n sì jọ ń tọra wọn ó sì jọ ń ṣe boyfriend pé ọkọ mi ó wá ti late especially kó má tó bá tiẹ̀ lóyún fún tí wọ́n fẹ́ ra wọn ó sì máa rí gain á máa sọ pé orí nǹkan dìmú bíi ti tèmi báyìí but in other way round tó bá jẹ́ pé ó ti jù báyìí lọ tí kò lóyún fún tí kò bímọ fún tó dẹ̀ ti jù báyìí lọ ńkọ́ bó ni kò ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ it's not too late it's not that late to me now it's not that late for her because tó bá jẹ́ pé 30 years ni.